Alright, welcome. So this is the first lecture in this set of 5 here, which will introduce you to 5 different kinds of copywriting types, which I think are the most lucrative in the industry. So these 5 types will, I guess, get you a good start. And if you ever want some direction to get started, I think these 5 lectures will really give you a good sense of what you can do with some good writing skills, specifically in the area of copywriting. So the first one that I'm going to touch on is SEO copywriting. And if you know anything about SEO, which is short for search engine optimization, then you'll know that it's basically an evergreen market. People are always going to need professionals who know how to help get their site ranking on Google and to drive organic traffic from Google to their site. It's a really useful skill set to have, and it's never really going to get out of fashion because Google organic searches, happen all the time. People are always searching for information online, and if you're able to, funnel some good targeted traffic to their site, then you're going to be pretty popular. So copywriting in the SEO space, has been around for a long time, and this lecture will give you a nice little introduction to what it's about and how you can use it to help you get started with your copywriting career. So without further ado, let's look forward. So what does an SEO copywriter do exactly? Well, they essentially write copy with the main purpose of getting websites ranked on Google. Now, when I say ranked, it means appearing for a good keyword, not appearing just for any keyword, but for a keyword which gets a lot of searches and is relevant to your business or relevant to your market. SEO takes a bit of understanding, particularly in the concept of how people think when they're doing searching. I mean, it's a whole different area altogether, and if you want a better understanding of how people think when they're doing searching, I'd advise you to look at my Google AdWords course, and that has a whole section just on the psychology of how people do searches and what they're thinking as they're doing searches. So you have to obviously have a fundamental understanding of how on-page SEO works, and on-page and off-page SEO are two different things. So to give you a brief rundown, on-page SEO is how you write words and how they display on a screen or on a page on your website, which will affect how it ranks. This includes things like placement, keyword density, which is how many times your keyword appears in, say, a page of text, as well as things like meta tags, which are sort of hidden in the code of the page. So that's a brief overview of what you might need to know on page, as well as the reason why people are searching for that particular keyword. And of course, to understand that, you need to know how to do keyword research. And what this entails is having a good understanding of the search volume of a keyword, how many times it's being searched every month in a particular region, and variations of that keyword. You have to present all of these in a nice sort of template which you can use as a report to your client, and then they'll give you a sense of just how useful it is, because they'll want to use that information to rank higher. So that's what an SEO copywriter does. And now, why are they in high demand? Like I said earlier, Google traffic is very targeted. People go to Google and they know Google because it's the place you go to find information. I mean, to Google something is a verb. If your company has become a verb, then it's doing pretty well. So people associate Google with searching and finding information. So that means if you can appear on a page in Google, then you've sort of got one hand in the chest, so to speak. The treasure is there. You just have to make sure that it's valuable to your client. Now, the act of appearing in Google is an ongoing thing. and people don't have the time to do the work themselves, so they like to outsource it to someone who understands it, and it requires a bit of ongoing attention from a professional, someone who can write the content and make the website keep appearing in Google. And of course, what this means is that there's an ongoing retainer for you. It means you have the opportunity to keep earning monthly recurring income consistently without worrying about the contract ending or no one paying, because as long as you're producing results and helping someone's site appear on Google, then you're going to have a good chance of staying, of keeping that person as a client. So that's why it's in high demand. So how do you be an SEO copywriter? Well, a good start is to demonstrate your knowledge of SEO on your own website. You don't want to be someone who just dishes out knowledge and information and doesn't really understand the concept themselves. So you have to show how people are searching for your site, which page they're landing on, which phrases they're searching in Google to appear on your page, and you have to demonstrate your understanding of keyword density, long tail keywords, anchor text, metadata, etc. Now all these things sort of form, you need these sort of understanding to really understand just why people are looking for SEO copywriters, and I'd advise using Google itself to learn about how SEO works. If there's enough demand, if people are asking for this sort of information in the discussion section, then I might even start a whole course just on SEO. So the good thing about SEO is that it lets you craft a persuasive sales argument, because if you can say, well, I can help drive, say, an extra 1,000 visitors to your site after 6 months, then how much is that worth to you? If that client is a serious client and they use online marketing all the time, then they'll know that's worth quite a lot to them. So it's about understanding your skill set, your skill level, and then using that to help you rank higher, and also to help your client rank higher as well. Because if you can help them, then you can help yourself. And of course, the last step is getting your clients to buy your services. So you have to do keyword research into your client's niche. If you can, show them where their site is currently ranking in Google for a particular keyword, and show them how much traffic they could be getting if they were to hire you to work for them. So they may be on page 2. You can get them on page 1. Or they may be not listed at all. If you can get them on page 2, which is a lot easier going from nothing to 2 than 2 to 1, then you can bring that much more traffic to their site. And that could be worth maybe an extra $1,000 a month. So if you were to get a cut of that, isn't that fair? I think that's fair. You have to show them though that you're able to deliver that sort of value to them, and that you're able to do it as well. So it's a bit of a game of competence. You have to get the understanding of SEO first. Then after you do that, you'll be able to use that skill to help someone rank higher for their own site. That's pretty much it for this first lecture. Hope you enjoyed it, and there are 4 more different copywriting types to go through. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave a new discussion in the discussion section, and I'll get around to answering your questions really shortly. But once again, thank you, and I hope to speak to you soon and answer your questions. Bye.